The IP How shouted at the speed too fast. The sword brute Lake arrogantly said, "That's of course, your humanity. It's absolutely impossible to keep up with our speed. It's like seeing a monster flying towards Nguyen sign." IP How shouted carefully, "Nguyen Omen. Its target is you." The omens are a little scary. But quickly regain momentum. "Don't look down on me. I'm not a slayer-wearing dreamer anymore. The magic behind you." He was praised by IP How. Reaction rate NDT 0 Nguyen Omens. "You now. I finally learned how to protect myself." "Then you attack. Let me strike before the final blow." "You came to attack yourself." She agreed that the monster would be defeated quickly. But AP How has not been in contact with Van Fei yet. I assured myself that. Invasive hobby from low to high level. That Nana has level 20, so mom and so on, can persist for a short time. There is also enough time for me to help all the teachers and students escape into the refugee camp. But how much is the maximum limit? Level 50, level 60. He carried his sword in front of the giant monster. There are still thoughts running through my head. Through the battle with the black tigers last time. We can respond to different class differences within 20 levels. But this time the difference is too big. How do I deal with it? Don't think about these now. Pay attention to the work in front of you. It's been encroaching for half an hour. You turn the sword around, then turn around and leave the animal fallen. I think on the majority of teachers and students. Maybe they've all fled to the refugee camp. But you can't. In the case of a lost student, I can't leave anyone alive. IP How clasped his hands to show his determination. Quickly command the system. The system uses true knowledge label skills. The system sends you a report quickly. Are using realize skills. Organisms in the 6 Academy have been searched. Invite the owner to consider. He looked at the red dots on the map and said, "Of course, there were a few students and a lost teacher." IP How quickly took command. "We're currently divided into 2. I went to the farthest part of the academy. Keep stuff to save people. It's the same sign in the same place. There's 3 schools hiding in the cafeteria over there. After saving them, it is easy to run down the road to avoid accidents. Always underground. When listening to the wind will go with Nguyen sign." It was strongly opposed. "Old man, I don't want to go with her. I want to go alone." "The signs will not yield." Smiling face, "What do you mean?" "I don't want to go with you." IP How loudly corrects. "What did you just say?" "My ears are bad." "Repeat it again." The 2 of them trembled and said no. "You're welcome, we'll go immediately." I almost laughed at their reaction. Deep How instructed to carefully detect the wind. "Your class has been promoted. But always be careful not to take risks. Closely coordinated with each other. It can destroy the most powerful force." La Feng declared boldly. "Give me my command level, old man." "I'm very confident." 3 people split up to perform the task. After the words of IP How action, the omen looks at you. Worried eyes speaking out loud. "You have to remember to be safe. Don't worry about us." On the one hand, the animals continue. This level doesn't pose a threat to him yet. It's a sign. Give it a sign. Nguyen sign. "Really don't think about. One day the Lord will have to work with you. Look at the shape of the wind. Makes you want to tease a little more. Before you sympathize, give me your blood. I'm no longer the dreamer of Kia." The wind looked at the How, a way full of appreciation. "I've changed too. We are all in a moment of unawareness. It has been changed by the old man. I believe the old man can still lead us. Go to a better future. It brings courage. Step by step and run straight to the storage room." IP How is running and thinking, "I still don't know what the limit is." You can't fight a battle without being prepared in advance. He's ordered into system space. Ask the system. "How many experience points do I have now?" Machine voice reply according to calculation. The current value of the employer's experience. Cumulative is 210,000. The owner can unlock a new Regal account. The host can also choose to upgrade the link level to unlock new endowments. I heard that and asked curiously, "More than my prediction?" "It's because the previous Black Tiger army." "More. It's also because I just killed my favorite SAO." Then you go on? "But with the current situation, there's no time to slowly study a new career." He ordered the system. Use all experience points to upgrade the rank of the chain inflammation. The feedback system has received the command. Now use 20,000 experience points to increase one level. Congratulations to the host. The link level of the chain inflammation emperor account is +10. The next link level is 31. Feeling of power, intense visual fire in the body. IP How exclaimed so strongly. "It feels like this power is filling your body." "That's great. This is the effect of going up 10 levels at a time." IP How's index has reached the 5th level. You say, "My own level has gone up another level." But this kind of external panel, it doesn't matter. There are so many people in this world who can change the rank of the external panel. The system continues to sound. "The owner has a SAO endowment point to allocate. Please choose endowment to upgrade." I heard that. Even though the genius defends in front of you at level 20, it can withstand a level 40 attack. But still hurt by the attack. So this time, he decided to upgrade his offensive genius feedback system. Received the order has upgraded attack endowment. The additional specific skills of the attacking genius has been unlocked. Chain inflammation of the first form. After having energy turned into the first morphological chain, every attack is a fatal blow. The duration is 180 seconds. I heard that. I'm curious about the morphological chain. This is not the first shape transformation. When I first got my first bank account. Your question answering system. That's right, but the host link level is too low. Properties of the host itself can't support the inflammatory chain, so the system automatically locks this skill. IP how excitedly said. Now my rank has risen. So this skill has been unlocked SAO really well. The attack endowed switch system comes here. You accelerate so fast. Leave the dust behind and say. I want to get there as quickly as possible. In the classroom where the teachers and the students are sheltering, I assure you that the students hiding here will not fail. Fucking enemies compared to my rank. It's even smug. Don't worry, everyone, just stand behind me. The frightened schoolgirl hugged Lu tightly. Miss, I'm scared. The teacher hugged the girl and comforted her. Don't be afraid, there's an old master here who will protect us. The teacher is right. Yes, with me here, everyone will be safe. However, without finishing the sentence, the classroom was destroyed by the fire. Pieces of furniture flying around, along with everyone's 7-bar shout wow. The sound echoed throughout the room. It makes the atmosphere chaotic. The old lady yelled at him, so damn bad luck. I just finished talking about animals. However, I'm sorry, the code that just appeared has been hacked. 6 holes on the body. It's just the body. She's yelling at the wrong animal. He died and was beaten to death. I'm amazed to ask who did this. It's brutal. This is an 18th grade animal. The dog appears with the whole body surrounded by fire. I thought to myself, after switching endowments, the attack is different. Even close quarters combat is great. When she saw that he had appeared, she hurriedly asked, You really are my teacher? You saved us again. Thank you for being surrounded by everyone. He scratched his head shyly and replied, You don't have to be polite. My outside loves are cleaned up. So everybody, go to the bunker. Are the students glad to hear that? That means we're safe. Then he told me to follow up. It's just people. I stopped by the office building for a moment. There are still some students. That's what her teacher heard. I was angry with the big guy. If you are so good, you can't go alone. They want us to die. More than a student like you. How dare you give orders to our teachers? To hear such outrageous words, Ms. Lu was shocked to shout back to the old teacher. That's what her teacher could say. The duty of a teacher. You have to protect your students. I can see that death cannot be saved. Teacher's stiff throat umbrella. Miss Lu continued. Moreover, the ability of how. It's something that everyone knows. We should follow his instructions. The old master's face in the dark. Aesthetic is intended to be a hero to save the beauty. I want to win this girl's heart. He was finally robbed of the stage. I'm so sorry. I want to die now and I want to die. There's no door. Lao Tzu will not give his life. For a boy without enough hair, enough wings like that. He thought he was angry and went straight out. I can just go and talk. If you want to die, go. I don't play. I went to the academy as a teacher because of what I eat and what I wear. They like to be with you. These kids, I can't go to death with you. He told me he was going out. However, IP How is not only unshakable. On the contrary, her teacher's bones feel like they're broken. Blood bar remaining 20%. He panicked. What's wrong with his hand? The old lady came to tell him. Don't worry about him, my friend. To the students in the office building for me. I'll never leave them. IP How waved at her. Lu replied. Miss Lu is like that. I can safely save the others. Maybe in a short time, there will be no more elite around here. But everybody try as fast as you can. She happily raised her hand. I know, you learn. And all of the students were there. A girl said. It turns out that everything the omen says is true. The other woman replied, it's really strong. He is also handsome. IP How continued to the storage room, standing in front of the room door. I feel it. This is the legendary storage room of the school. Heard that. All the treasures and the mystery. Previous generations of the school were 10. Specialized used for special characters. Normal students can't get in. You go closer to the door and you look at it more aesthetically. A special seal has been set on the door. I can't use my power to open it. There is only combination. The principal and the secretary's keys can be opened, so the person I'm using is real. The items seen inside. Who is it? You open the door. In my head, still lost in thought. Who's going to come here at a time like this? When I arrived, I was surprised. The door is really unlocked. The principal will make such a mistake. SAO can't. You walk inside, and I'm overwhelmed by the scenery in front of me. This one, of course, it makes people dazzle. I have to control my hands. Suddenly I heard a noise, so I looked that way. In Kia Deep How. I walked over there and saw a girl doing something, and in the dark, my voice cracked. The snow crane heard his coughing voice and startled. I put my hand in the door and smiled at her. I can't believe this classmate is so leisurely. Everyone is in a hurry to deny death. But students here still have time to come here to find treasures. Have you found the right one yet? The snow crane said vigilantly. If you are looking for a dog, it has nothing to do with you. You summon power and threaten. If you want to live, leave quickly. See, you learn like that. How is still calm. Tiger is the famous goddess. It's cold, you learn the snow. People say you're not interested in anything. I don't think so. It's just this storage room. It's not where the average student should be. I didn't hear a lot of words. Snow crane made 3 ice swords towards you. She asked him to follow me. How replied, tracking is a misunderstanding. I just found out you're alone here. So run to the rescue. See, now this is not necessary. She said that she discovered my movements very secretly. How did you find me? Just before the sword slammed straight into How's face. Then it stopped. Of course I have my own way. Everyone has a secret, why be so curious? It's like your secret was discovered by me, shame on you. It's my fault. I turned my back and said goodbye, then I won't bother you. Go ahead. I remind you, it's the level of outside interests. It's getting higher. Don't show your tail. The snow crane saw that your actions were bewildered. Say stop you. There's no end to the loud roar. A 30-degree ferocious goblin shows up. Break down the wall. The snow crane soared high and dodged. And how quickly reacted to dodge the debris. I thought to myself, newborn favorites that have reached level 30, they deserve to die faster than I expected. The monster stood in front of the snow. I can smell the taste of human women. I can't believe it's a miracle. How long has it been? We must not try the taste of human women. Have enough to enjoy today. The snow crane can't stand the humiliation. You quickly move out. She replied to the lover. The whole mouth of language is dead. Withdraw words. The ice sword she created flew to crash into the monster, but it didn't hurt. He said that in an ironic voice. Lady is in such a hurry. But your attack. You're not massaging me. It's a pity that Lao Tzu's time is limited, or I really want to play with you. Then he threw his hand down and beat the snow. Big hands are going to grab you. Don't run. Then he grabs you. Surrounded by the shield. I thought that brought something. We will not eat meat inside the SAO. He squeezed a broken curtain. Capturing bodies is my forte. Snow crane in the hands of the monster. Struck by him. Cry out in pain. Her blood pressure plummeted to 35%. The monster opened his hideous mouth wide. I'm going to swallow you in my stomach. He was satisfied, laughing. It's delicious, but too thin. Only suitable for appetizers, haha. However, his tongue has not yet reached the snow crane. It was cut off by the fire. How spoke up. You're not going to fight this chimpanzee. Your ancestors are all mourning jewels. But he wanted to kill her right away. The monster's blood was only 45%. The snow is also free to fall. How flew to catch you. Tell me why you're still here. Just a moment ago, you didn't wait for me to finish. You said the routine doesn't need to be scary. Confront a strong enemy. Running away is not my style. Besides, I'm here to save people, not to get beaten up. The snow crane blushed nervously. But it's level 30. You haven't finished yet. How puts his hands on his lips. She signaled energy-saving spray. Don't worry about me. This guy's not scary. Let me go. The chimpanzee hugged his bleeding mouth endlessly. It roared furiously. My tongue clam is just a 5th grade scum. They have such a force. How can snow crane's folded hands also wonder? Maybe you've hidden your rank. He raised his hand to his mouth and motioned silence. It doesn't matter. I didn't say that AI has a secret. Just ignore me, the angry monster. Rush to you with fiery fists. Go fuck yourself. The old man is suffering here. You stand there and look at your love and die. How stopped the attack and fought back. I despise to say, I'm an animal that can say 4 words. Glancing at love. Do you know that human society is a variant of IQ? Or someone taught you so it wouldn't be a name? The beast has taught you. When I heard this, the monster was terrified, suddenly uttered something. Along with system notifications. Congratulations on winning 3,000 points. Experience gained. Magic props grade 30. How against the chin thinking. There are only 5,000 experience points. It's less than I imagined. I want the link level to increase. They can only beat death. You can harvest a wealth of experience points. On the contrary, in the heart of the snow. But maybe in 2 moves to kill level 30 monsters. He comes to the extreme hiding a lot of power. How looked at you and said, you are still going to go down quickly to avoid falling in love. The class is constantly rising. I don't know how much next time it will be. It's too dangerous outside. The snow crane doesn't need me to have a way out. It's just a little unfortunate. I can't pay attention to you soon. Otherwise. She said her body had just vanished into the snow. Maybe this year will be different. I hope to see you again after the speech. You disappeared completely. How doesn't understand. I wonder if there's anything regrettable about it. What's her point? I can't understand. Forget it first. She has more important things to deal with. That you put your hands up helplessly. How do these props have to be handled? It's impossible. It's okay to let them be so messy. The hypocrite clasped his hands together, with glittering eyes saying no. Let me save it for the principal so it doesn't get lost. It will be returned later. Just like that. And then I picked up a lot of props. Pick up the truth chi glass. Once de Greek plays a faceless ghost like. A school coat. A 7 cumshot 8 fuck table. A royal sign 1. IP how swept all satisfaction say complete. Open the map and take a look. Now, all the students and teachers are in the shelter. Then I'll come back too. However, a notification from the system sounds like a warning that there is a high-class elite animal. Is rapidly approaching the bunker. IP how surprise. Is it a level 45 elite monster? Maybe the boss has appeared? In a safe area. Underground bunker of safety grade. 40 levels of entry conditions with no special rights. The principal's voice cracked. Don't worry, people. Listen to me. This bunker is solid. Enough to withstand attacks of the elite lovers. Level 40 we just need to stand. Hold on until reinforcements arrive. But the students are still worried. A guy raised his hand and said, but the principal. At SAO, the safety level of this shelter is only 40. Another friend followed up exactly. It can't be higher. In case of monsters above level 40 T public. The principal quickly responded. Of course there's a reason. The animals attack the area. Our ninth safety. In the past only up to level 30, and then combine that with the economics of the academy. Level of shelter construction finally got to level 40. Even with a safety level of 40. But at the time, it cost the students all their money. And 40 newly built magic balls. The students are less worried about that. Level 40 is safe. I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. With Ngwyn the Omen in the corner. She sat on the ground with her feet on the ground and said anxiously, AP how is not here yet. Nothing will happen but the will. You can't say it all. Be interrupted by the wind. How can the old man happen to you? You should worry about those animals. He was also beaten up by the old man. Whether or not you are worried. I know IP is strong, but I still can't help but worry about him. Suddenly the gate of the shelter was smashed. It's a rumbling sound that confuses people. What's the sound? What's the sound of a guy holding his head in a panic? Is there a pursuit hobby? The boy standing next to her was also scared. What are you panicking about? Just don't have to be a level 40 fan, don't be afraid. The wind runs towards the door. Tell me if the old man is here. Open the door quickly. The principal suddenly asked me what I wanted to do. She wanted to stop it but couldn't. Wait a minute, my friend. However, waiting for you is not a coward. It's something that went through the door. To make the wind very surprised. Hey, what the hell is this? The door was broken, the students were blown away. Extremely chaotic situation a door. The door is broken. The wind in front of the trembling monster. The safe zone has been breached. Root nail. Big level 45 monster. Completely blocked the tunnel door. Shelter voice of interest ha. I think it's only our race that likes to dig caves. I don't think about humanity you like. He continued loudly. Hide here. Help us save so much effort to catch people everywhere. Once is the best. I hate trouble. It's weird. The wind looked up at him bewildered. I have a level 45 favorite. No. I have to say that there's no interest above level 30 SAO. Fuck an underground space like this. No one can escape what to do. La Fong tiny. It caught the attention of the monster. To face my pressure. But you never back down from wanting to die like that. Students in a chaotic mood ran everywhere screaming. We're going to be dead by the 45 T level. Who will save me? Standing in front of 1,000 pounds hanging hair. The devil thinks the old man. It seems like I'm becoming more and more influenced by you, even in the face of strong enemies. But I still have the courage to show up. Even for this bravery, I may have to die. He thought of it and came strong. The monster has fallen. I said it loud, but who cares? The task you gave me. I will definitely do it to the end, said the wind, holding the shield and the axe charged towards the monster, screaming to save lives. Just to save one person. I will do my best to save two. The monster tossed the mule. Real fucking annoyance, get out now. Don't be late. I hate eating the most. Being disturbed by humans like you. La Fong received a full blow. Blood immediately reduced to 8%. Ms. Lu anxiously shouted at her classmate La Fong. The monster began to perform the trick. I don't even like to eat human flesh. Living like that is complicated. Wait until your organs are broken. New absorption milled. It's weird. All the students are covered in purple poison. It feels like you're being drained of blood. The blood defect. The screams of 7 bars echoed. I had my head like want to crack out me. I can't take it anymore. Somebody please kill me. I pray to you. The brave principal. He decided to throw himself at the monster in the hope of stopping him. Aesthetic in the farewell of the students. The students shouted at the principal not to. However, a bright light like fire appeared. Take the principal. The monster is angry. Why bother me? The headmaster gently put it on the ground. She was surprised. I'm learning from you. The students around me also spoke up. You're finally here, headmaster. I'm really sorry, principal, I'm late. Yen tightened his teeth and said with pain, give it to me next. I'm going to take this bug and chop it up. Every fire is burning like it's getting angry, surrounding him to form a solid armor. The first stage of the chain inflammation has been developed. Special Attack Genius Skill Notification System. The first stage of the inflammatory chain has started. The countdown begins. The monster exclaims you very strongly. Just like the old man who fights you, come here. It would be a waste if you didn't earn a little more. So can you handle this? If you're a former classmate, can you kill a killer? Each student is controlled by the monster. The mind is no longer awake screaming fear. I still don't want to die. Still a man I have to break. I like the medical guy. My password to Drive H is that they rush to IP how. I thought before confirming the status of my classmates, I can't rush to attack. Notification system sound. The return time of the true section is over. The inflammatory chain morphological skills can observe all the states of the target. Offer to open it immediately. I ordered it was time to start the real thing. Everyone's status shows up. The boy shouted a name for rank error. 5 states of death height. 170 petrol TI meter 100 money. As the favorite female lower body point. Secret Drive H learning materials value experience. 250 girls are screaming and screaming their name is Han my rank. 10 death status height 159 centimeter gasoline. Money 150 is hair points. Favorite CA secret singing. Talk to your classmates before class. I haven't read books all day. Experience value 240. Seeing things like that makes you happy. This is the real SAO enrichment section. That's a lot of news. After determining everyone's death status, you've made a decision. There are only a few sounds left. A 7 whispers in the heart of this sleeping enemy. I will report for everyone. Seeing the situation, the monster spoke. You are a cruel man. Hand to your fellow man without blinking. If I can't kill you, then kill your own kind. It's weird. Who are controlled like zombies, come to attack the others, make the situation chaotic. Don't come here. Those who are alive and those who have died, mixed together, it creates chaos. A lifesaver. This situation is really difficult for IP how damn. The students are alive and dead mixed up. There is no measure. The monster saw you fall into a trap, happy to laugh. Hoops. You don't want to save the SAO. Then save enough. Just can you save them all? La Feng appears to help you learn to be attacked. Tell IP how. Give it to us, old man. You can take care of the IP Kia. The omens agree, yes. We were reluctant to deal with the primary fire. Signs of the hand. The people in the fire are screaming and screaming. Between them there's a bright yellow mass. This is the SAO Truth Glass special effect. But it's only a function of space separation. It's now turned into a back-shaped space. The surprise enveloped. Deep How told to detect La Feng and Gwen sign note. In this population of transformed students, there are still people alive. Don't hurt them. Based on my sign, hit, don't hurt others. The two of you answered the thought. Although the truth glasses and grenade backs are effective, renovation integration is also very defense is very passive. We have to deal with that guy before the time is up. The conversion time is half. The monster Yang Wings fled. If the Kia does not pay attention, let's run. I'm not afraid of him either. It's just a nuisance. I don't want to fight him. However, IP How ordered the bullets. The top of the radio is immediately fired a shot that surprised the monster. When was this gun tower placed? And the fire is so strong. It was not long before IP How sent him away. I wanted to escape so easily in a dream. 2 your hands are on the monster's wings. The thing scares you. Give me your hand. You definitely broke its wings. These obstructing wings should have been cut off a long time ago. It's screaming in pain, screaming. I was wrong. Give me a life I will never dare again. Every parameter about the monster appeared. Racial rank 48 quintessential disadvantages. Fire DM armor breaking wings. Value of experience 200,000 violent skills. All properties increase after the mutation. 300 kills before dealing high damage. And the third blow was a fatal blow. Stomach acid is fatal. Each attack will impose a state of tyranny. Blood loss per second. Current state violent chemical transformation central. Answer what the monster said. Never dare again. The devil believes in you. He kicked it in the stomach, and it screeched. Pain. Blood reduced to 35%. Notification system interrupts skill variation. Violence of the target. The suspicious monster. Does this little boy interrupt my metamorphosis? It's impossible. This must be just a coincidence. He said don't blame me. At the very least, Lao Tzu and you are lazy dead fish. I can answer. Come here to dodge the monster's blow and let me see. CAI is a fish, AI is a net. The bullet is fired. Interrupting the skill variation. Violence of the target. The fucking suspect monster. This is absolutely not a coincidence. This kid deliberately interrupts my metamorphosis skills. But there's no possibility. How does he know what we're thinking? This type of artillery. It's only suitable for large-scale massacres. Only variation and violence are suitable for combat. One-on-one, then it destroys the aesthetic gun tower. Ignore the first, trying to escape to a safe place to enlist, then wait for the chance to change. But it can't go on. Because the flaming firewall is blocking it. He swears damn. IP House said don't rush. This is the last trick that will kill you quickly. It won't take you too long. Along with the system's announcement, time variation. One stage chain inflammation is not enough. Only 10 seconds left. IP How holding the handle of the knife RA the throne of SAO Crimson Red. AP How in the form of chain inflammation in people wearing red armor. He thrust his flaming sword into the ground, screaming. An outburst of air. It was so strong that the ground immediately cracked, break into pieces. The spirit sees this source of power, in amazement uttered, "This is a mental attack hallucination." No, I remember. This is the primal, the legend says. There are only powerful royal techniques that can cause this kind of chaos in space. He looked down and asked curiously. A small human like you can use this technique. Who is the ultimate? IP How calmly looked at him. I'm just a normal human student. He puts his finger into space. Then a glowing ball appeared. His eyes lit fire and he looked at him. You'd better take care of yourself. You're going to lie on the ground like a man. I've probably never seen the stars in my life. Now give you a chance. Looking up, Lice Raw Muscle. 01 again be given the light of that circle. Make the wonder come out. Your Death Star. AP How to attack Chi-Tin. The circle on his finger. One more step. The outside light is bright, embracing the red ball inside. I was in a hurry to use my hands. Dodge the coming light. Terrified to say a Death Star. It's obviously a solar black hole. He couldn't hold on very long either. The light of the sphere is directed at you. Lice Raw Muscle. 01 sound of explosion. Display system pure mind spirit level 46%. All the indicators are back. Otherwise, he will be completely destroyed. The system continues to report results. To achieve the achievement of bravery. There will be countless times for the first time. May the world be peaceful. He destroyed the beast. The owner of the company received 200,000 experiences. Money value BA1000. The first stage of the chain inflammation has been eliminated. IP How after getting rid of the inflammatory chain. Look at the inquiry system panel. The name was very helpful. Maybe this time, it's the favorite head of this invasion SAO. Probably at least a 78 to 10 boss. I have to quickly increase my strength. Otherwise it will be difficult to deal with the light. IP How's eyes glowed. When you see the treasures. After being destroyed, the Spirit of God says, I don't think about this anymore. Let's see if the elves fall off something good. 01 Red Stone Magic Level 51. The jar contains the red solution. Stomach acid fluid. Generates extremely strong acid. Capable of weakening the protective function of the armor. A claw-shaped piece of iron. American muscle legs. The meat-filled legs below. The hard shell of the race. It is very soft when used for cooking. A pair of golden queen wings. The wings of the race are broken. But still the best machined living material. And finally, it's a book of internal resonance. Level 50 control skill book. Can use language or sound to enchant. Control the enemy. He put his hands on his hips and sighed. There's nothing good except skill books. Watch out for your weather. It's not much better. The system is ringing now. Notice the position of the herd is very interesting. American muscle. They looked at the spider-shaped egg. Is shaking endlessly. This is the egg of the dragon's magic before Kia SAO. There was no reaction for so long. I am very interested in this dog's legs. What's the point of putting these two together? The evidence that I heard you say that quickly swayed harder, showing joy. Even the tongue has a small appetite. He saw it with a long tongue. He grabbed IP's leg and shouted. What do you want to do for fun? It quickly puts the aphid's foot in its mouth. But the legs are too long, so there's one more piece outside. He looked at this one scene and yelled damn. Still operating like that. The egg after swallowing the flat leg. Immediately shake. Be cute. He even licked his tongue around the edge of his mouth. The herd position notification system feels very satisfied. Favorite value plus a hope. The owner continues to feed it. AP How put his hands on his knees. If you look closely at this egg, it must be fed. It's like raising animals. If you get the living material later, it will be given to you. The egg was glad to hear that, even though it couldn't speak. But he knows how. It makes its egg face more adorable. In front of him. There's a sound coming from behind. The old man didn't say anything. IP How turned his head and looked behind him. Oops, you're not hurt. Ngwen quickly rushed in to hug his neck. Worried said just now. In the blink of an eye. I can't see you with your animal lover. It makes me want to die. IP How startled to look at her. I don't have to worry. He stood with his hands folded and looked at them. I've told Ngwen the omen several times. If there is an old man here, there will be absolutely no problem. IP How looked at the two happily said. You both worked hard this time. He scratched his head and said, nothing. If he hadn't dragged me to level 15, I was soon in love with an evil beast. Hit dead. Gwynsign standing next to the face with no emotion, but now the corners of my eyes are filled with tears. A sad face to say. There are still a lot of students who are unprepared. We're still too in love to do anything. IP How quickly patted her head comforting. It's inevitable. We're overwhelmed in numbers. You can keep casualties within a reasonable range. You did your best. Don't be sad, Ngwen, with a small bow. People are getting closer now. Stand around people. And with him he comforted the poor. If you don't have 2 eggs, there will be more casualties. None of us can survive. And people don't forget to thank you. But more importantly, the hedgehog. Sorry, because I've said a lot of bad things about you before. I was wrong starting today. You are my god. Everyone agrees that's right, IP How. From today on, my body and spirit are of your kind. As long as you don't mind me being Nom. Over here, there's a bunch of girls sitting on their knees. Folded hands sadly said. I can't contact my parents either. I don't know if they are loved. You sit next to them. Hurry up and reassure them not to be too pessimistic. She winked at everyone. The safety level of the 9th ward is not high, but there are big businesses taking over the work of the security forces. They can definitely stop love. Male students, people blush when they hear her cheering. Everyone, wait for help, don't give up hope. IP How stood watching everyone speak reassuring. I've cleaned up the interests in the academy. It's safe for everyone to stay here. And stuff in the cafeteria. Enough for everyone in a week. Ngwen point. He was the first to believe his words. We listened to the schoolmate. IP How finished talking. Then pay attention. The principal is lying unconscious on the ground. The principal hasn't said anything. She said yes while saving her life. But he's gone to capture the elite. It's just that he's now in a coma and a weakened state. But it has to be treated quickly, or I'm worried he won't last long. IP How quickly replied, don't worry, I'll think of a way. Yihao's eyebrows slightly scowled. The whole face becomes extremely serious. Thoughts in my head. He's got the details of what to do. Next 4 steps ahead. 1. Use your own abilities to repair and upgrade the 2nd level, to get them to clean up the battlefield. Pick up the booty. The most important thing is to get the supplies. BA must hurry to the meeting house, suitable for children and parents. Find a chance to go to the night market to find medicine for the situations principal. Outside the academy. Get in touch with the rescue team. After thinking about it, IP How quickly deployed. La Fong Gwyn points. What I'm about to say, you must listen carefully. They quickly responded. In front of the school gate. On the ground, there's a big hole. There's a stiff corpse up there. I look at this dead body and guess. He was killed before he could escape. It's self-inflicted. On the information system panel, he shows up. Master level 16, all stats are 0. The whole city is in flames. IP How just went thinking, in this era, without power, it's like a fish on a chopping board. If you want to be a murderer, your power is not enough. Now there's a sound. A screen appears in front of you, along with the faint cries. De Eon on. Amazed, I looked at the screen asking. The answer is just silence. Panicked, he hurriedly asked Van Fei. Here you are. Where are the parents? Are you in danger or not? On the screen. And then you keep getting short, unclear sounds. You and your parents are now saving. The call was suddenly interrupted. On the screen, the words, the signal is disturbed, appear. Disruptive information. You don't know why we put it down. Yihao fever. Stare at the screen in front of you. Shout out Van Fei. Van Fei screen appears. It says that the noise is going up. Information is interrupted. IP How shouted angrily. Communication was interrupted again. Damn, he quickly ran away. I ran and prayed to my parents. People must try to wait for me. Folding break legs. He looked up in horror and said. This is impossible. The big building was blown up. The smoke is still flying around here. It shows that there was a fierce battle. Yihao worship, stand and watch. My nightmare building has come true. Maybe the family didn't really have it. There is no possibility. IP How gripped his hands tightly. Try to keep yourself awake. He gritted his teeth thinking, if the apartment is really raided by a predator, they will not sit around waiting to die. They will run away, that's for sure. Suddenly he heard a cry from the other side. Help me with him. Look over there. I saw a monster attacking a girl. Say it no matter what you say. No one will come to save you. Obedience becomes the value of our experience. Ha, girl is trying to fend off the beast. It doesn't show up in the system. This girl is the highway security squad. Level 18 blood count to 15%. The animal is still excited, suddenly attacked. Ha. A beam of light slashed down on him from above. Frequency sitting below. I am also horrified by this light. He looked at her and asked her to look at her clothes. Are you the security guard in charge of this area? He looked up at him anxiously. That's right, brother. Can you do me a favor? I've got a rock on my leg. She hasn't finished yet. Another explosion from behind. Make the bricks crumble. Echoing both quickly dodge the tiles. Is splashing towards me. Hao looked at her anxiously and asked, do you know what happened to this apartment building? If there are no residents inside, why? Where did they go alive? Don't tell me. I heard him ask so many questions. Hurry up and don't be so impatient. Brother Hao calmly said. Sorry, I was a little nervous. My family is in the crowd. How far will the surviving residents be evacuated? You know what? Frequency stand up. He held a gun and looked at him. They've been in the underground for the last few years. There are 2 guards there. But stop for a moment. She sat down and took out a potion. Just drinking and talking. This area was previously owned by a 20-year-old. Fortunately, my team fought hard. Finally, most of the residents were rescued and evacuated. I've been followed by this animal. Because I stayed behind the power. When she takes her meds, her blood pressure's up 70%. Yihao breathed a sigh. Fortunately, it's just love. Level 20 beast. And everyone else will definitely not SAO. Frequency after temporary recovery. She stood up and kept holding the gun. Look at him seriously. It's useless. The highest ranking captain is only 32. Absolutely. Inability to deal with high-level beasts. He was surprised to ask the captain's rank. There are only 32. Frequency calmly explained. Our team is part of the Biensang group. You must have heard this name. Because it's all small residential apartments. So the whole area. It's built by a luxury corporation. In her head. It's a picture of a modern neighborhood. Luxury with advanced facilities. Tears in the corners of the eyes sadly said. This month is just the time. It's the corporate turn to the 9th safe zone. But the company doesn't send senior members. Participate in security rotations. They sent us. Just think of sending a few lower levels to deal with it. I can't believe something like this happens. She hurried closer to Hao earnestly said. Brother, follow me. Stay in the 9th. Sooner or later, they will be eaten by animals. I have a map of the 9th quarter. There's a secret route to Zone 8. My family's in the 8th. As long as I go back, it's safe. You saved my life. I can't sit and watch you plunge to your death. Hao now. She said that and turned away. No need, thank you for your kindness. But my family is still here. I can't leave them behind. He's a little ironic in his heart that he wants to dig 5 stars. These things are also normal. Suddenly, there's a big monster in front of you. I can't believe there are still 2 lucky people here. Information system pet. Tons of dust level 30. The other indicators are in full swing. Screaming frequency beast level BA 30. Hao glanced at it. When do you think this came out? It's so fast I don't even notice right now. I'm amazed to see the frequency. To push the yap towards it, then she ran away. She thinks, I love robbing 30, I definitely won't fight back. I can't bend. I'm still waiting at home. How could I die here? The faster she runs, I think, then feel ashamed to cry. I'm so sorry, brother. Pushing you out as bait is cruel. But I'm really sorry. I saw the dust in front of me. Not only 0T public. He chasing on the contrary. The frequency of anger screams. You people are not a good thing. Put others to death to escape. The more I want to eat you before you scream. The evil beast stretches its claws. Fast forward to her. She was in a hurry to cry for help. Don't let my brother save me. The horse is still standing in place. Hand in pocket. Don't look behind or help. I don't care. I love to attack. I'm happy to save the fart. Eat you first. He can't escape either. She was bitten by a predator and screamed in pain. So far I can't ignore it anymore. Quickly launched an attack on the leopard dust. My favorite is focusing on. This girl was eaten a slash. Pain to roll your eyes. Gao Gao was immediately destroyed. Notification system. Receive a kill reward of 5,000 experience values. Frequency of severe injury grinding teeth. She tried to open it. He looked shamefully and said, I'm sorry. He looked down at her coldly. I don't blame you in this day and age. There is nothing wrong with living for yourself, but you have to pay for your choice. Don't blame me either. I can't do therapy to remove your bleeding. You will die. The highway's trying to get the map out. Give it to him. I don't blame me for apologizing. This map might work for you. So please forgive me. When I finished, her eyes widened. Tears fall out from the corners of the eyes. Blood comes out of the mouth and dies. His hand is still holding the map. Hao sat down and stroked her face silently. You don't need my forgiveness. You are not to blame for your selfishness. It's because of your weakness. Because in these days and months, Weakness is sin. This is true for both humans and animals. Only the strong can stand at the top. He took the map from her hand. So I can only keep getting stronger. To protect your family and friends. IP How holding the map shouted. Nana's parents wait for me. I'll pick you up right away. Notification system. The owner picked up the map of the safe zone, the 9th in blood. Somewhere else soldiers and tanks are stationed. Speaker emits total announcement. We're a squadron of fishermen. We're escorting civilians to the shelter. The current number of years everything is normal. In the distance, you can hear the ghosts screaming at their mother. Adorable man tall folded hands standing on top. The tank is the kingdom of heaven. 32-year-old captain bites his cigarette angrily. I really do shit. That's when the animals attacked the city. If not, I would be resting now, drinking and playing cards. The young man with the gun stood next to him. Smiling, the old man is so fierce. But when you're on a mission, you're the most active. This young man is a 25th class sergeant. He laughed and said, I heard that some squadrons have escaped back to Sector 8, but we're still here. Try to complete the task. The king gripped his neck and laughed. Why do we talk so much today? What's good? Tell me quickly. The soldiers were clamped down in sweat and said, oh. There's no good, old chap. You're kidding. Then the radio emits a report sound. The old man is not well. Kia's frequency girl has lost contact. Before, she was actively communicating. But I can't contact you right now. What do you both say at the same time? The soldiers asked the old man anxiously. What's going on? Maybe she was in love. The king closed his eyes and thought otherwise. We've cleared the area in no time. There will be no danger. That girl has escaped. The surprised soldiers fled. The king held fast his hands angrily. She's often shy and scared. I was actively contacted earlier. Should have caught me off guard. God damn it, I'm angry to hear that. Old man, let me find her. Even if she's wrong. But it's too dangerous to leave her alone. The king thought for a moment and decided to let her go. He stood watching the smoke-filled city in front of him, calmly speaking right later in the moment doesn't matter, and she lives because she's not wrong. If she decides to leave the team, you have to be responsible for your own actions. We don't need to interfere. The sergeant held his photo and expressed his regret. Say I understand. King et Quoc. Stare at the group of people who are avoiding the accident. Open up there and think. It must be said that in this group of ordinary people, the strangest thing is, Kia's family has a 20-year-old girl. What's it all about? I'm still trying to get in touch, but the signal's not good. Only get back the sounded a crush. She's worried she can't think. I still can't contact you. Why is it so noisy? Now other men are walking around. I looked at the little girl on my shoulder. The bag was 3 times larger and heavier than her body. She walked steadily, smiling with a smile, and said, You don't have to worry. The owner will not fail. I turned my head when I saw this scene. A middle-aged woman walking next to her, shy to say, Sorry, Nana, I packed too many things. If you're tired, save it, Nana. Laughing, Don't worry, what is this? Outside the smiling face. But her inner self soon cursed. What the hell is this planet doing? Pushed out SAO. A bunch of low-carbon organisms plunging into the fray. A little careless. Even life is not that difficult. Newly resurrected. I want to conquer this planet. Make them kneel at their feet. I can't die here. In a safe area. The number of years of the 9th safe zone. To sue for special rights. In front is the gate. It's got years on it. Outside the door, there were 2 men with guns, shouting. Stop a person approaching the car. They are leading a group of people to escape. I asked what unit you were from. The soldiers standing on top of the car bent down. We're a squadron of fishermen. Security number at B36D. Escorting civilians to safety. The guards quickly gave way to security. Be sure to open the door. It's open while the car is moving inside. Suddenly everyone was screaming. The ground is shaking. What's going on? A beast came up out of the ground and it swayed. Car RAA. I love that it's a level 30 magic palace. The soldiers shouted out for each other. Is the enemy race attacked? The enemy is ready to fight. Next are the roars of other animals, yeah. 2 other animals suddenly appeared, attacking other cars, Evil Manu level 25 and Human Prongs level 18. They're excited to talk about so much good food. We're waiting for an ambush. A beast with the appearance of a wild boar, jump into a nearby car, fight Flip Ghost True level 20. The soldiers shouted loudly. There's a lot of interest in the back. Start pressurized fire. I just can't do anything. The animals rushed in to attack everyone. It's been a long time since I've killed so comfortably. I have to play enough today. People are panicking and running. Don't come here. Don't eat me. My meat is not good. Excited to say don't worry. We're not picky eaters. The kingdom of God quickly arrived. Push him out of the crowd. Go to hell, you smelly pig. The pain-ridden animal screams and screams. In his mind, he guessed that the same race was associated with the favorite. This is not normal either. The king quickly turned his head. After ordering soldiers to retreat, follow me to deal with the level 30 Kia insect. Love to give to other brothers. The soldiers quickly ran through the kingdom. Yes, old man. The king thought this was no coincidence. There must be a leader in the back. What is their purpose? He told the soldiers to go down. I'll hold its hateful value. Help me notice the blood. The soldiers quickly received orders. People are running away in a panic. I heard a 7-tone cry from IP House mother. Nana, where are you? As she was pushed and trampled on by everyone. Rescue with choking horns. Werewolf chased to the place. Those red eyes staring at her, are you? He quickly raised his hand high. Start with targets that can't run like you. Right now in his hand, he's hit with an arrow. Don't touch my mother. Stand in front of 2 people talking. Dad, run away. We'll keep its feet. She was worried about what was going on in her heart. Equipment bought on the black market is finally useful. I don't know if it can destroy it. Prongs. The horned werewolf drew the arrows in his hand. Angry shout bad. I can't believe you were in 7th grade and you shot a bad shot. But just like that, you can't beat me. Faye is standing here. Immediately raise the bow to shoot the animal. 3 arrows is not enough. Then 1 more arrow. Industry. The werewolf horn quickly dodged these arrows. Don't think that having a good weapon is winning. You are not enough. Even if the weapons are good. It jumps and bites the arrows with its mouth. Just provocatively said. We've been studying you very closely. Let me send your whole family away. Stand up for your mother. Mom, go away. 3 mothers hugged each other standing there with Van Faye said no. My sister has no children. There's no sense in being alive. I stood in front of my mother's father. She closed her face and whispered, I'm sorry. I can't protect my mother. She's too weak. Suddenly a sword came. He broke both hands of the prickly horn. He glowed in horror. In a row, other sword strikes. The animal is destroyed on the spot of its screams. I was amazed to see Nana. I can fight. I thought you were just a server robot. Nana pouted her lips and thought, it's not what I want to do. The body moves uncontrollably. It's a problem with the press system. Receive 5,000 level experience points plus
Nana
1.
raised her hand in amazement thinking this feeling was.
I think it's easier to control my body. So this is the law of the world. As long as you keep killing animals, it's easier to control the body when you become stronger. That her face became the most sinister. Smiling mouth. Ha ha ha, it's amazing. This simple and easy to understand rule fits me perfectly. Then start killing. Nana's eyes flashed red excitedly into the crowd. The most hated color is red. Just roared in love. They killed a young man in a red shirt. The young man was afraid, running and screaming to save the life of the AI. Save me with Nana who has successfully destroyed the beast. Win the prize. Experience value plus 5,000 points. She likes to laugh high high. New experience value comes to hand. But he didn't get promoted. Nana showed an excited face. Think after you level up. The value of experience has become more. Then RA is this kind of mechanism SAO. Make the people around admire. A loli is so good SAO otherwise SAO. The wild boar is too afraid to run away. Brother Nyo, I'm sorry. Wait for him to train to level 30. I will come back for you to eat this girl. Strong mouth says that. But in my heart I'm afraid. Think of this girl. I can kill my 2 brothers in an instant. Stronger than humans, we don't want to die. Network is more important. Suddenly, a ray of light rushed to the pig monster. It startled him. What sound is chasing me? But before he could turn around, he screamed. And then the garlic. Nana won the prize again. Experience value plus 4,500. She had a twisted 30-year-old smile. Even feeding fat than eating is great, but I have no patience. That one side is also fighting fiercely. The soldiers shouted, Don't look east and west, Captain. The king replied. Sorry, I'm watching the situation over there. I can't believe little Loli killed all the animals there. What a surprise, ha ha ha. The soldiers pump blood for the captain who wants to shackle his back. Now is not the time to rejoice. The life value of this insect. It's been cut in half. Have to watch out for its variation. All of these species are capable. Morphological variation. I was in a fight with 2 people. It turns into a reward cycle. You are also skilled. But humans see this form of us. You will die very badly. You are no exception. The king heard it but was not afraid. Strong mouth says, fuck it, your mouth is right. It just turns into a sphere. We can still resist. If you hear that, you are angry at the ball. Your mother understands your orb. This is our metamorphosis. You don't smoke them out. Maize poppy explodes itself then calls out corn. Public larvae level 1520 are available. The king was surprised to see it. The fire is broken into pieces. Piece by piece, there are so many more. Public larvae. After getting large quantity. All the same, they crawled up to the king of the kingdom. Make you scream. God damn it, they're sucking my blood. The young soldier who carried the team heard it and ran back. Try it, Captain. I'm coming to save you right now.
Fucking,
my props and magic are all gone. We just have to attract hatred. I hope the captain can take the opportunity to escape. That's what soldiers think. The king saw that and shouted to stop him. Don't come here and give up your life.
But the chance I'm trying to hold here.
You run now. He said, why did it end here? American wisdom. Images of the past appear before your eyes.
Outside the safe area,
The wild village of the lost. The king's family is sending him to work. Babe American cheerleader BA, come on. The king raised his thumb with his mother and son. Don't worry about peeing. BA will be selected. Waiting for BA to join the security team of the Light
Our
Corporation.
family can
Go to the safe zone. Live a life without worry. But I can't tell you the good news. Your family was killed by a monster. The king screamed in pain. It's obviously been arranged. But BA didn't keep his word. These scout lovers aren't dead yet. At this moment, the kingdom is showing its power. It makes the peacock larvae fly out of people. He shouted, how could I die here? And then the cornflakes got Nana's power. Quick and compact processing. Sister Loli reveals murder weapon, says you are still alive SAO. It's a shame. It's a second late. Even the value of your experience. We can swallow it once. I was surprised to say who you are. In the blink of an eye I can destroy half of my body. It hurts so damn. When he finished, he turned into a scream. I will tear you apart. There is nothing left for you to feel this pain. The king was raised by soldiers. I saw the transformation of corn. You can stop the damn thing. This insect goes into a state of rage. You can't hit like. Then Nana finished listening and shut up. The answer to your lower life law. It's an insult to us. Open up your two indifferent eyes and see. What's new is the super extreme form. Voluntarily, Nana turns out to be a rocket suit. Even the corn beetle must be surprised. How is this possible? Normal people can. Don't give the devil a lowly. Nana cursed an hour of death, then shoot out missile destroy. Poppy Wugong screams in pain AA. You are not the one. After the explosion, Nana confidently said. Why can we be low-level beings? Nana easily won the prize. Experience value 10,000. Up to level 22 the money is 1,000. The props that are obtained are the legs of the maze poppy. Ghost level 30. Before enjoying it, Nana suddenly shut up. I thought, what's wrong? There's no more strength. The sound can't come out. Just fell to the ground. Then the team of IP Van Fei promptly ran to Nana King Captain. People don't SAO, Nana. Are you okay? Don't move. Maybe the attack just happened. It's exhausting her body's energy. Nana though motionless, but still feel uneasy about being touched. Think clearly consciousness is still very fucking awake. Even a little bit of not wanting to be exposed to temporary low-level beings. Let me give you a hug. Yi Van Fei said. Captain Wang here is 2 bottles of healing medicine. Everybody take it back. The king replied, thank you, girl. After you love, the king said to IP Van Fei. Except for your 5-year asylum. I guess the other refugee camps. It's not safe anymore. This time the hobby is very strange. They seems to know a lot about who we are. I suggest we go to Safe Zone 8 immediately, and move over there now. When I finished listening, I said with a worried face, but if so, I will stay away from my brother. He won't be able to find us. Let me contact him. Yi Van Fei opens the communication device. Brother, can you hear me? IP House voice echoed back to the whistle. It's connected, but signals like punching in the face. IP Van Fei is worried. Are you okay? People are in the refugee camp number 5. Nana and the rescue team saved everyone. Go to Safe Zone 8 immediately. But the signal's too bad. He also lost his connection with his brother. You're angry. The damn signal is gone. I don't know my news just now. Did you two receive it? The king assured not to hurry. If you want to pass the news to your brother, I have a way. AP Van Fei surprise really SAO. The king said very simply, give it to me. Then let's get out of here. Back to the how. Refugee zone number of years. I stand in front of the rubble. Worried about going through a big battle? I don't know if everyone is safe or not. What is the wall over there? It is the news left behind, but what does the sequence mean? Fortunately, IP how even though SAO is also
So very
a school. Quickly I remembered RA. This is the internal security number. The security team came to the school. There's a talk about popularization of science. Of course I will not miss this detail. He started 6 checks all over. The victims around. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I have to find out if there are any more computers. After a search, I finally found about 5. He looked at the equipment in his hands and was bored. Even though I found so much, but using the great repair engineer's skills, it can't be used either. System of interpretation. Because the link level of the host is not enough. So you can't fix the machine. So it can't be used normally. IP how reassured himself. Honestly, my label hasn't cooled yet. The scope is also limited. Currently unable to run to Safe Zone 8. So it's important to take the time. Get in touch with Africa and everyone. Further safe zone number 8. Can we take in the civilians of District 9? Still don't know. The night market is not far away. There must be a radio in the Light Corporation. I must go through there quickly. At the black market of Safe Zone 9, the monsters lay dead scattered. IP how guess. It seems that RA has also just experienced an evil battle. Maybe I won't run through here in vain. Suddenly there was a scream. Who would dare to enter the black market right now? I want to find death. Thousands of bullets dropped from above. The use of the shield is also safe. If you are still alive, I am sure. Another voice came out. Stop talking about being your man. From the inside out, I'm sorry IP how. There was a great battle before that. Some people are nervous. You don't have to pay attention to me. I wonder why you're on the black market right now. You explain. There's actually some stuff. I want to ask the lady for help. For dances enthusiastically
No problem.
replied. Go ahead and talk. I see people still sitting inside. Act like nothing makes you wonder. It's been such a mess outside, but they can still sit here and drink SAO. Softly answer the question. Now more than half of the people who drink here, they're all relic hunters. The reason they're here is for money. Good wine and beautiful girls. The lives and deaths of ordinary people. They don't really care about the hops. Passing through the crowd. The judge is clearly competent and very good. Just sitting here drunk in the wine. But I have no position. To blame only their choices. IP how asked about the dance. Lady on your side. It can be connected to the Nirvana. 04 When you hear that, you are joking. Big lady. When I arrived, I asked the lady, can you care about people a little bit? People are threatened to death. IP is shy now and stop joking. I'm really in a hurry. In my heart I think. Besides, I don't think you're afraid of anything. He returned to his serious form and sat on the chair. If it's reasonable to say, maybe the lady hasn't left Zone 9 yet. I've always tried using the internal safety net to contact her, but all radios are noisy. When you hear this, guess the sound. If she can't get in touch. Well, that proves my guess. The problem with this radio is not accidental, is to be harassed correctly. It's like going through special radio waves to connect with each other. Unexpected weapons harassment. They can't do this point if they're in love with AI. The answer to this question is that there is something wrong. But we can't draw a conclusion right now. I have 3 things I want to ask for your help. Self-defense definitely responds to whatever you say. I don't hesitate to explain. 1 is to help me find the security team radio of the Light Corporation. 2 is the pharmacological treatment of asthenia. Was the previous auction. Is there a jacket? If you can give me the money first. Before I could say it all, Vu stepped in. Why are you so strange to me? Money is easy to hurt feelings. That jacket is mine. What about radios and medicine? I'll arrange a search immediately. IP had just thanked and said nothing more. Private notification system. Vu wants to trade with you. Is it acceptable? IP had just clicked agree. Even though I heard him say that, he knows. Talking about money hurts love, but it's about love. More waste of money. There are times when you owe your lover. It can't be measured with money. Landing system has accepted the host to win the resident's jacket. It was not long before the police came to report. Lord, you have found everything you need. Vu said to directly give it to Deepow. He picked up the radio and answered. Thank you for seeing how it works. Yes, then directly enter SNMG 47 a year 91. A 05 a 03 no. The other end of the line immediately made a complete noise. Hi, you are the brother of IP Van Fei, right? IP how happily replied. Yes, I finally got in touch. Kia's front end says, wait a minute, I'll call IP Yunfei to talk. IP Van Fei's voice echoed. My brother is my wife. AP how could not hide his anxious feelings asked Van Fei. Everyone is not okay. Mom and Dad, are they okay? You are happy to say that everyone is okay. He had been attacked in the house before. People are preparing to move to the refugee camp. Years, but they're ambushed by animals and races. It's thanks to Nana and the captain of the security team. That's the guy who just talked to you. You saved us. Accordingly, IP Van Fei continued. But Nana's energy is exhausted. Can't act. Now everyone's on their way back to Block 8. It is safe on the road now. Everyone is careful to avoid animals. When I heard that, I breathed a sigh of relief, so was RA. The situation has been resolved. Nana really didn't make me 7. But the problem now is that we can't act. How to solve it? The system says. Got a question from the owner. There are many ways to replenish energy for the thyroid, but combined with the current situation, the simplest way is to be violent. It's using magic that's higher than her level, to directly conduct energy replenishment. When you hear that, tell your sister. I directly use magic that's over 20. To replenish Nana's energy is to be well remembered. You have to let Nana